10 things you probably didn't know about Jango Fett. Number 1. According to early drafts of Attack of the Clones, Jango Fett was initially called Jimmy Fett. Jimmy Fett. But if rumour is to be believed, then the name Ambu was also considered. So much so that shortly prior to the film's release, Lucasfilm purchased the domain name www.ambufett.com. Number 2. With Jimmy and Ambu not quite living up to the mark of a badass bounty hunter, it is believed George Lucas turned to the 1966 movie Jango for inspiration. More specifically, he seemed drawn towards the title character's violent and cunning ways. Number 3. It's rather common knowledge by now that Boba Fett was originally supposed to don all-white armour. But what you may not know is that Jango was going to do the same. In fact, his initial appearance was more akin to that of a clone trooper than his final outfit. Number 4. Speaking of Jango's armour, the actor who portrayed him, Temuera Morrison, found filming in the gear all too cumbersome. You couldn't see anything. Don't worry, I won't do an accent or anything. I remember filming with that mask on one of the first days in the studio, standing there with no guns, just my fingers pointed out. I thought they could have gave me some toy guns, but I didn't even have that, would you believe? I'm standing there right and can't see or hear anything because I was fogged up from my breathing, and I'm the idiot standing there doing nothing while they're yelling out action probably 3 or 4 times. Then I see someone waving and I thought, yes, I am the idiot, but then you start getting into it and moving about. And number 5. As if donning impractical armour wasn't bad enough, Morrison had absolutely no idea who the character even was when he was cast in the role. I had a letter asking me to meet with the Star Wars casting lady Robin Garland. It was just funny, the audition location happened to be in the same hotel I was in, so I just went up one floor, sat down with her. She had a video camera on me and we had a nice chat, that's all it was. No lines, no dialogue, we were just having a chat about me, what I liked and where I was from, my family, and she would have just shown George Lucas that. It was fantastic, great, it was a fantastic feeling. I had to brush up on my Fett homework though. I didn't know who the hell Jango Fett was. People were like, yeah, you're Jango Fett, and I was like, who the hell's Jango Fett? Number 6. Sticking with Temuera Morrison, and it should really come as no surprise that he's voiced countless clone soldiers across various different platforms. However, and somewhat bizarrely, he isn't the only one who has lent their voice to Jango Fett. For example, both Bob Marshall and Jeff Bennett have portrayed the bounty hunter, doing so in commercials and video games alike. Number 7. The bout between Obi-Wan Kenobi and Jango Fett was initially crafted so to appear unlike any other fight in the Star Wars saga, at least according to the DVD commentary for Attack of the Clones. This is why both men chose to primarily engage one another in hand-to-hand combat. Number 8. If I were to ask you who the most iconic stormtrooper of all time is, most of you would probably say Finn, or I guess FN2187. If you are one of those people, however, then you've clearly forgot about this guy. Yeah, ouch. So you could say that history somewhat repeated itself when Jango clumsily hit his head on the door of the Slave One. Again, ouch. Number 9. Given its status as one of the most iconic ships in the entire Star Wars saga, you'd think the ultimate Star Wars reference book would name it correctly, right? Well, no, not exactly. On at least 2 occasions, the writers accidentally referred to the Slave One as the Clone One. Number 10. Keen-eyed viewers of Attack of the Clones may have spotted the foreshadowing involved in Jango Fett's death. I mean, Mace Windu literally held his lightsaber at the neck of the bounty hunter upon entering the Petranaki arena. Something most people won't know, however, is that George Lucas initially wanted Jango's head to fall from his helmet upon being picked up by Boba. What a cruel, cruel man, George. Why? What are you thinking? Good job you scrapped it. Imagine that. Jeez. Were you surprised by any of today's facts? Let me know in the comments below. If you learned something new from today's video, be sure to leave a like. And if you do want to pledge to our Patreon to help out the channel that extra bit further, please consider doing so. It will be greatly appreciated. For weekly trivia content, of course, press that subscribe button and notification bell to keep it locked here to the Can Cruzans.